Let's turn our attention, though, to Dr. Roger Givolb. He is, of course, CEO of Fair Money, personal finance and credit expert. Roger, very good morning to you.
Good morning, James. I'm afraid I can't see you, though.
Oh, that's a disappointment.
Yeah, no picture again.
Oh, dear. Well, I can only assume that you've messed up your technology. All I can say is that I can see you, and there you are in your green-backed room looking like a 1970s Doctor Who villain, which is excellent.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, we like to treat ourselves, Dr. Roger. So let's talk a little bit Liz Truss stuff. So, of course, she's going to get big bazookas on the lawn. We've had various suggestions about our energy security and everything. Are you frothing this morning, or are you pleased that it looks as if we might actually get some movement?
I'm almost happy. I think that she has, there's cause for that. She has appointed, I think, a wonderful cabinet and secretaries and ministers, very, very diverse but very talented people. And she herself, in a obviously marvelously planned and orchestrated strategic maneuver, stepped out of the onesie that she's been donning forever, pulled the zip, stepped out, and became a Superwoman, proffering some 140 to 170 billion of relief for consumers with caps on price caps.
Do you think then that she's learnt the lesson, which is if you're going to make an announcement, make it either at least as big, if not bigger than expected, to make sure that then people perhaps calm down? Because until now, we've had people hyperventilating about what's going to happen. And what happens is that people then really get themselves into a lather over it, that they think it's going to be bad, and then you start to see the projections as to how bad it could get, as opposed to this is the situation as to how bad it will get.
Yes, I mean, it's an old strategy, and I think she played it, and she was probably very well advised by people like Jacob Rees-Mogg and other very intelligent people, and it worked perfectly. Nobody expected it. To say that it is unexpected, welcome, and laudable would be an understatement.
Okay, so this is an awful lot of money that she's going to spend. Some people will say this is a disgrace. Some people will say it's a small blip on the economy. Some people will say, yeah, but you're spending this money because if you stop the UK spiralling out of control and putting businesses out of, people out of business and losing jobs and everything else, then the amount of money that we can make and generate and recover will be far quicker as a result of that, in the same way that the furlough scheme has probably paid for itself in a strange sort of way. Is that the case?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, it's like World War II, where it took us 61 years to pay off the war debt. I don't think it really matters about building up debt in response to President Putin's efforts to control the world, really. And I think it was a smart thing to do. The only comment that I would offer is in relation to electricity, which hasn't been talked about very much. Now, electricity is 2/3 of our home energy bill. So 2/3 of that £3,500 a year, now soon to be £2,500 a year. And our electricity is tied to the international price of gas. So we even take the 20% of gas that we use, that we produce here locally, and sell it, give it to the international market, and then buy it back.
So should we be repricing?
Yes, of course.
Okay, then there we go. Right, just very quickly, sorry to move us on, but we've got less than a minute, so just a quick word. Goodbye, green blob. What are we saying goodbye to?
Well, I think that is basically Jacob Rees-Mogg and Liz Truss taking a wholly different approach to climate change and net zero carbon. Jacob apparently refers to that movement as the green blob, or the folks in it. And he is all for extracting all the North Sea gas we can get, every last drop to be squeezed out, I believe he said. And she's in favor of wind farms and not solar, offshore wind farms. She doesn't want solar panels all over all of our agricultural land. So I think that the climate change and the green issue and the green energy issue is going to take with this government something of a back seat.
I think it is. Dr. Roger, we must leave it there, but thank you so much for joining us this morning. That's Dr. Roger Givol, CEO of Fair Money, personal finance and credit expert. Almost happy this morning. I know. What a revelation. I'm sure we'll be back to some froth for next week.